Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone our dear guest, Dr. Hussien Khaled, the former Minister of Higher Education. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Well, Dr. Khaled, now in the meeting by President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the Minister of Education, the President stressed on the importance of qualifying the teachers. So how did you follow this?
Well, this is very important in order to get highly qualified students that are going to be in the higher education after they graduated from the schools. There must be three things very important: the human resources, the infrastructure, and the curriculum. And most importantly of these is the human resource. And the human resources, which I mean the teachers, must be qualified in order to send the proper message to the young children and students. And if this was done right, then we will have a good level for higher education.
Yes, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi during the meeting have stressed on the importance of developing the education system, I mean the school stage. So the state cares about the pre-university education system. So what is the importance of this stage in the formation of the character and the qualification of the student for the higher education?
Of course, you know that the knowledge the children have during their young years or young age are very important, because this is going to continue with them all over their lives. And so we cannot ignore, and we must concentrate on improving the quality of education to these students and these children. And as I told you before, if we get something good to the higher education, then we will have good graduates. And if we do not have this, the level of the education and the higher education in our universities will not be the expected quality we must have as a country, and all, because these are the working force that are going to help and promote and develop the country in the coming 30 or 50 years.
Yes, Dr. Khaled. So the school stage, or when the pupils are in the secondary and the preparatory stage, we are qualifying them for the higher education or for the university and college stage. So how could the college stage qualify the student for the labor market?
Well, it depends on the needs of the labor market and the number of universities we have, and also the quality of the professors that are teaching these students in the higher education. And of course, you know that we have now more than 85 universities in the country, being either governmental or private or non-profit. And this number is very good. Because the standard, the universal standard, is to have one university per million population. And being 110 million residents in Egypt, we need more than 100 universities, and now we are approaching this number. And this is very good in order to get better qualified workforce that are needed in the country. And there must be collaboration and mutual understanding between the work load, the needed workload, and the quality of the workload, and the specifics of the workload, in order for the universities to do their job and supply the workforce with the needed human resources.
Yes, so Dr. Khaled, to what extent does the use of modern system or means in education would serve the educational process?
Well, the COVID era provided us with a very excellent tool for education. We used to have this, but on a low scale. But now, and after we faced them during the COVID era, we now mixing between the physical education and the virtual one, and this will help to overcome the increasing number of students that are now present in the universities, and part of their education and part of their curricula are now being developed and propagated through the technological advances the world has now.
Yes, the President stressed the importance of developing education system, especially the human element. What are the most important steps in developing the teacher through training programs?
Well, choosing you know, you have to have interview for all those that wants to be teachers. And after doing this interview, you select the good persons that are qualified for this, and then you develop for them the technical and the scientific part, and also the cultural and the you know, the good manners, in order to they are going to treat the young children, and whatever they told them, the children will absorb this. And so having the order, the good order, having the good manner, having the good science will help to qualify more and more excellent students.
Yes, Dr. Khaled, when we went through the coronavirus pandemic, we experienced the online learning or education. I want to ask you about what is the age that is suitable for the online education. We've witnessed the young the KGs and the primary, well, it was very hard for them to follow through an online education. So let's classify the age, the kindergarten, the primary and the secondary and the higher education. What is the stage or the age that could react to the online education?
Well, it is not only, of course, this is a very good point, but it is not only the age that we can classify the students on this, but we also have to take care of the culture itself, because you cannot apply highly technological ways in our rural areas, for example, compared to the cities and so on. And in my opinion, I think that the child is it's better not to be subjected to this way of education unless he is in the 5th or 6th grade of the primary school.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Also, I thank you for your valuable information, Dr. Hussien Khaled, the former Minister of Higher Education. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. I really had the pleasure to have this phone with you. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break, and I'm going to be back with you.